Yo, what's going on everybody? It's Raging Fury 55 here, bringing you guys another video, and today I'll be responding to the criticism and hate which has been targeted towards me in recent months. I tried making a response video by creating the video called I Critically Analyze the Saltiest Child in the Halo Community. In return, the hate got worse and people twisted some of my words and completely disregarded other statements I made. I understood some of the comments people said about me because I might have not been extremely clear in my response video, but other comments are downright wrong and completely ignored statements I made in my video. Right before we get into the video, however, I would truly appreciate it if you can make the like and subscribe button go burr if you haven't already. That would make my day. And as always, please watch this video from beginning to finish and understand what my video is about by scrolling to the comment section. That would be really appreciative. Thank you. Now let's get right into the video. Many big Infection players in the community responded to my video. One player who made a statement is Snuggly, a fellow Infection sweat who resides in Ireland. He commented, I changed my mind about making a long thread / comment. I've grown tired of people fighting over this. In my honest and personal opinion, I think 164 is more legitimate than some of the records being broken over in recent weeks. The fact that Miguel got in front of Jurst in that gameplay has no bearing on whether the record is legitimate or not. I don't know if I've been living in a cave, but I don't ever remember seeing a random set of rules to what makes a gameplay legit. It's abstract, and it's frankly idiotic to think that you should slander someone's name over something that was out of their hands. I appreciate Isaac coming to defend Jurst, because he did not deserve all the heat coming from all of this. Jurst is one of the best players I've seen play this game, and he deserves to be recognized as such. There are also a lot of great American players who also deserve credit. This is not a race thing. Consider it a rivalry of countries. Anyone who truly thinks it's appropriate to deem these statements as racist isn't very bright. I think Isaac made more attacks than points, and the same with you, Troy. In my eyes, you've both done things that make yourselves look like clowns. You toyed around with words and fought like children, and now you use your platform to slander Isaac instead of backing down and not fighting. Many individuals agree with Snuggly's comments, such as Probably saying go haha Marco Burr and Innermost Moon saying straight facts. I'm going to be completely honest, I think Snuggly didn't watch the entire video. Perhaps he hasn't watched the entire video talking about why I think Jurst's 164 kills in Nerf Center is illegitimate either. And I think many other people clicked on the video, scrolled into the comments, read Snuggly's comment, and immediately assumed the facts as spewed in this video. First of all, I am still baffled that Snuggly thinks 164 kills is more legitimate than any other recent gameplays being hit at the moment. Boosting a player by feeding him kills is not more legitimate than, let's say, the current world record by Jurst, who got 168 kills on Drill Site recently. Yes, it was not Jurst's fault that he was getting fed kills, but regardless, it makes the gameplay illegitimate. I've matched kids who try to feed me, and honestly, if I let them, I could get a super high kill gameplay. Is that legitimate, however? No, and I can't believe Snuggly is still defending Jurst's gameplay. There is no logical reasoning that makes Jurst's gameplay more legitimate than other current gameplays. As I said in my other video explaining why 164 kills by Jurst is not legitimate, if I match a fire team of 6 who sacked and boosted for me to get me 250 kills, would that be legit? Of course not. So the same should be applied to Jurst's gameplay. This is simple logical reasoning, and I'm surprised Snuggly can't see this. Maybe he does know this and is just trying to protect his friend. I know if I got the exact same gameplay as Jurst, Snuggly, Isaac, and their friend group would be calling me out and saying the gameplay is illegitimate. Additionally, Snuggly in this comment explains how Jurst is one of the best players in the Infection community. I don't know why he needs to say this. I stated that Jurst is a really good player in my previous drama videos. In my video dissecting Jurst's 164 kills on Nerf Center, I was dissecting the gameplay, not Jurst himself. I said myself that Jurst is a really good player, but does that excuse boosting his gameplay? No, it doesn't. You can't just say Jurst is the best player in the world, so let's just give him the record regardless. He's gonna have it one way or the other. Like no, it doesn't work like that. Snuggly speaks as how the situation is not a race thing. It really isn't, but Isaac Church's statements are begging for me to at least address that topic. Let me read out 2 comments that Isaac Church posted in one of my videos. In my video explaining why 164 kills by Jurst is not legit, Isaac Church says, it's a legit gameplay and I guarantee no American would do anywhere near as good as this. Europe is just better. And another comment in the same video, when talking about American players versus Jurst or compared to European players, it's difficult to tell. He says, y'all are dog shit compared to him. It's obvious that Isaac Church is begging for me to call him out for being a racist and then have his friends attack me once I take the bait. And yes, I did say the EU did discriminate against all American players, which is a broad and correct statement, which I'm sorry for stating. I myself have European friends such as Games4UI and may I say Eagle Precursor who I get along with quite well. Let me rephrase that statement so it's more accurate. It is a group of Infection sweats who just happen to all be European fighting me and whoever else who disagrees with them or gets in their way. and they are winning. I'm not strong enough, and whatever logical arguments I will make, they will ignore, because friends will have other friends' backs regardless of what they do. I'm vulnerable and exposed. All my gameplays are available to see. Everything I've done in Infection is available to the public because I make YouTube videos. I'm an open book. Meanwhile, Isaac, Schnuggly, Jerks, and their friend group are together, strong, with little to break them apart. Let me ask you this. Jerks has a lot of records, but how many do we actually have gameplay footage of? Well, today, I'm going to try and make the most coherent argument to illustrate my innocence in a situation, or at least have mutually assured destruction between me and Isaac and his friends. The number one issue they're attacking me with is about sacking. It's my Achilles heel at the moment, but they forgot. It is also their greatest weakness. I'm going to play a clip between me and a couple of witnesses that saw Isaac and other players who would purposely sack for Jerks and other players calling me out. I'll roll the footage, and there's a bit of echo in the first half of the clip, so just bear with me. Alright, Noble, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Have you ran with Jerks and Adam Prefires, aka Isaac, before?
Yeah, I made a Smurf called Halo 7 because I used to match him a lot. And Isaac would play on this account called Halo, and he would sack for Jerks. Like, I matched him on easy backwards, and Rocky was in that game, and then Isaac would sack to get them last.
So you've matched him, or did you actually run their fire team?
I matched them.
And so basically you matched him, and Isaac would sack for Jerks.
Yeah.
Do you have any evidence of this?
No. This is like, I don't know, like a month ago now.
Okay, so basically would only Isaac sack, or would both Isaac and Rocky sack?
Isaac. Just Isaac.
Okay, thank you. TK and Death, you've matched Halo 3, right?
Yes, I have.
And can you tell me your experience when you matched him?
Sure thing. So I matched him. He was on Halo 3. He had two teammates. One of them was a new Smurf. The other was Ego Ruins MMR, which is used in the 168 Androcyte. The map was AZ Freak Show. What happened was, every single round, including round 1 and round 2, both of the Smurfs ran into zombies at the beginning of the game. This was during the time that Halo 3 was getting numerous records on almost all AZ maps. They both sacked and got him last man 3 of the 4 rounds because it was AZ and he could not get the 4th round. They both sacked instantly into the round. They spent 0 time trying to get kills. They spent 0 time, not a single second, trying to play the game like they should have and trying to get their own kills, and instead sacked, throwing away any progress they could get just for Jerks. When they sacked, the first thing I did was target the players they knew. So there was me and a different person who had different games of Infection. They targeted us first, and then they targeted the noobs, obviously. They got him 3 last mans and did not push him. They were clear the team with him. They had good callouts as kids were sitting in corners, got caught out instantly. They were sacking for him every single round to get him high kills. And yes, he did. He got 70-ish kills. He got a triple nair. He has skill, but he had 2 teammates sack, ruining any chance they had at getting anything in the game for the sole purpose on throwaway accounts to get him records.
How many times were you able to witness this occurrence happening? Like, how many games?
I witnessed this twice. The other one, I do not have the exact details, but I do remember you got 16 infections for one Smurf and 10 for the other Smurf, and they got 0 total human kills.
So what do we learn from this footage? We learned that Jerks, Isaac, and their friend group have used the exact same sacking tactics. Now, we don't have much proof. This is simply a couple of witnesses. Luckily, I still have one game bookmarked which has Jerks and his teammates in the game. This is 168 kills on Drill Site, and I'll roll the footage of what his teammates were doing. There's a lot of fishy things going on here. First of all, his teammates are playing like noobs, and in one of the clips, Jerks' teammates straight up shot a zombie to get his attention and then let the zombie kill him. We know the people running the Smurfs are most likely a high level player, so why are they playing like this? It's because they are purposely dying in order to give Jerks a maximum amount of time as last man. So now we know that Jerks, Isaac, and their band of friends hold a standard for me which is completely different from themselves. If they sack for each other, that's fine. I mean, let's go to the comments of the video where Jerks got 168 kills. Isaac Church comments, a game this good doesn't happen often, and Jerks is the only one which is able to do this. That's facts. I guarantee, if I had the exact same gameplay, he'd be calling me a booster and to quit Infection. This is extremely hypocritical and shines them in a terrible light. The thing is, I'm not against sacking. Why is this? It's because it's a variable that is extremely difficult to prove. If I didn't have Jerks' gameplay bookmarked, there's no way I could have proved with certainty he has been making his teammates sack. And the thing is, every gameplay where there's a teammate has sacking involved. Let's go back to 2017 real quick and view Eagle Precursor's gameplay where he got 121 kills on Drill Site. In round 2, after Eagle Precursor got a good first round, that Foxy kid, a good Infection player, died 13 seconds into the round. Kind of weird, but maybe he had a bad day. I spoke to Eagle Precursor about this and he said that Foxy kid just got bullshitted. Okay, now let's go to 131 kills by Kyle Renegade, another Infection sweat. He had his teammate, Lost Template, die 13 seconds into round 1. Now let's go to Hyper Dry's gameplay where he was also teaming with Lost Template, who was on a Smurf account called Eagle Perdition. Lost Template died 11 seconds into round 2 and 4. Now let's go to Eagle Precursor's Drill Site gameplay where he achieved 131 kills. Yet again, Eagle Precursor's teammate, Spooky Dude BW, died right off the bat a couple of rounds. Yes, in round 4 of this game, he died roughly around a minute in, but even so, it was an extremely dead round. And finding a zombie to kill you to make the gameplay look legit is harder than it sounds. I guarantee you, if we had party audio for these gameplays, it would further prove that I'm right in most cases. I talked to Eagle Precursor about this, and he confirmed that Spooky Dude sorta sacked in round 4. As we can see, it's extremely difficult to confirm whether people are sacking or not. Unless you record party chat audio like me, it's almost impossible to say with 100% certainty that a teammate is sacking. By the way, I've only had Solar sack in some games on a Smurf for a week, and honestly, it's so damn easy to hit gameplays compared to playing solo. Honestly, the simplest solution to appease the entire community is to separate solo and team gameplays. So now you might be asking, why did I bash 164 kills for sacking? I bashed 164 kills primarily of the domino effect Miguel 1109 had on the game. Miguel 1109 gave Jerks an extra hand to clean up survivors, an extra hand that wasn't trying to kill Jerks and instead feed him, and an extra person to Jerks' fire team. Go and ask anyone, having a 2-man is much easier than playing solo, having a 3-man is significantly easier than running a 2-man, and having a 4-man is significantly easier than running a 3-man. If Miguel didn't feed Jerks, and Jerks was running instead in a 2-man or playing solo, I would have honestly not made a video on the gameplay. I even said in my Records Rulebook video, endorsed by Eagle Precursor, that sacking to a certain extent is fine. So yes, if sacking is boosting, I'm a booster, and with that, almost every gameplay which had a teammate in it as well is a booster. I really like a part of a comment Solar made in my video where I got 146 kills on Alpha Zombie's Drill Site. He illustrates in words of what I'm trying to say about gameplays with a teammate. He writes, any record that isn't solo, you'll notice the same thing occur. Everyone in the fire team dies right off the bat in pretty much every record. I've watched lots of record gameplays, and I've seen sacking in them quite often. If this gameplay is unlegit, almost every other gameplay by anyone nowadays is also unlegit. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and this is the last video I'm making on this subject. I realized that although some criticism towards me recently is understanding, some is downright wrong and hurtful to me and damaging to the community as a whole. Being a bigger member of the community now, I will always face criticism and hate. I know especially in my last video, I may have been especially harsh to Isaac Church, but considering he's been creating lies and been treating me unfairly compared to other members of the community, and also being hypocritical, I hope some of you guys can understand the anger I felt while making that video. As always, leave a like and slap that subscribe button, it really helps me out. I'm doing YouTube full time at the moment, and every like and subscription makes a difference. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video, peace out.